Good morning, everybody. Mark, the bowler hat farmer. Feeling a bit blessed today. It's Sunday. I know Sunday for a lot of people is a very special day. And for me it's no different. Because today I'm getting to come and play on my cousin's farm. So I'm at Jubilee Farm today in Great Barton. And Mike and Lizzy, my cousin and his wife, are in the process of taking on, with the help of lots of other people, this absolutely amazing farm. Now, I've done the videos here before because we helped on the set the orchard up over there, and we planted 250 trees over there, which we'll go and see how they're getting on. This is a very special farm because it's a CSA. A CSA is a community supported agricultural farm. Slightly different to a standard farm where the farmer grows the stuff and the farmer sells the stuff. This is about involving the community who want to buy the produce. Getting people involved in growing their own food is an absolute, in my belief, an absolute necessity. I think we've got to shy away from the supermarkets these days. They've taken the time to sell us lots of things which are not good for us, not healthy, and that's very disappointing, I have to say. So for me, this, as you'll see, all these beds are starting to appear, and they've got polytunnels going up and chickens on the farm now, and lots since I was here last. The whole point of this farm is it's a regenerative farm. They're doing everything possible to make sure that nature is looked after, natural food is grown, and I say natural, so yes, you can claim this as organic in due course, but chemical free. I've been on a chemical detox over the last few weeks to try and remove a lot of the chemicals out of my body, to stop my joints seizing up, trying to remove sugar from my diet. And I've struggled, and I mean struggled, because I am a chocolatier. I love a little bit of chocolate, I've got to say. But I've also come to realise, you know, I'm at that point in life where I've got to, and I don't really want to be not capable of doing what I want to do. So I've started to remove even more and more chemicals. Now, I've always eaten well, I have to say, and I've always been conscious of the chemicals that I intake. Make sure we've got pretty toothpaste, you know, stuff without fluoride in it, for instance. Those chemicals need removing, and it's people like Mike and Lizzy who have set up this amazing little farm here. And I don't know if you can see, if I spin around this way, you can see the polytunnel frame there. That's where they're in the middle of putting that up, and just some exciting stuff going on here. Now, the CSAs and small growers rely on two things generally. One, the kindness of other people, because it costs a lot of money to set these projects up, and these projects are not very profitable in the beginning. They need to get a minimum of 100-150 customers on board, so potentially that means 150 volunteers who want to come to the farm on a monthly basis to assist. Now, if you're looking for, if you're in the local facility of one of these CSAs, and you're in the process of looking for good quality food, find out who they are and what their system is, because they all run very slightly different. It's about getting the community back to being a community as well, I have to say. That's one of the things that I have realised in the last months, that we are now entering a very different world. A world what has been tampered with, let's say. And I want to get back to normality. I want to get back to just people being kind and nice to each other. And that's why I've come here, because my cousin Mike is a pastor in the local church. I don't know if you can see it, but it's somewhere over there behind me. My partner is there with him today in service. I've taken the time to come up here and make a video because I'd like to see them absolutely flourish on this farm. Like all the other farms across the UK, they've had a bit of a bashing over the past. Like all the other farms across the UK, they've had a bit of a bashing over the past few years, and governmental policies and so forth. Can you imagine life without farms? I don't want to. Can you imagine if everything what you come to eat is produced in a lab or a factory? I don't want that. I don't want that for my grandchildren, that's for sure. So, these CSAs are popping up all over the country. I think people should go out and get their hands dirty. Go back to nature. Get in touch with yourself again, because that's one of the things which I'm finding with a lot of people now. Spiritually, people are awakening. They're awakening to what is going on around them, and how that's looking. And just while we're here, just look. So these are some of the trees which we planted. Look at those beautiful leaves coming on. They've got these deer cages around them, which is the best investment I think Mike will have ever made, because certainly where we are, there's just hundreds upon hundreds of deer destroying everything, because they do taste nice. So how do you get involved? Well, find out what these CSAs are. There's various websites where advertise where they are. Community supported agriculture. Find out who they are, find out where they are, find out if you can get involved. It might be you want to just be involved. It might be that you want to get discounted shopping. It might be that your thought is that you are in a position of wanting a lifestyle change, so to be more outside and to have less chemicals in your body. And this as a scheme works. So I say I'm at Jubilee Farm in Great Barton, just outside Bury St Edmunds. So if you're local to me and you are interested in getting involved in something like this, then my cousin Mike is here very much on a daily basis to assist and help with that. I run a project of my own in a place called Lawsville, just a few villages away. Again, there is other ones. I certainly know where you can go and help with the animals and so forth. So there's Dream Care Farm at Thurston, there's Gigi's, which I think sits on the Horster Great Northern boundary. There's lots of these across the country and lots popping up. I think what's really important is that we find out who we are again. We need to get back to nature. We need to get a good attachment to who we are, what we're about. I mean, just, can you listen? Birds are chirping, the songs are singing, you know. And look at all this gorgeous green stuff. It's everywhere. I don't know if you can see as I spin around here, but how many apples? I think there was something like 265 trees we planted in one day here. Good friend of mine, Mr. Richard Vobes, came to help. There was lots of volunteers from the local area came to help. It was a great day. These apple trees, I've got to show you this one, because just look at these ones down here. I don't know if you can see this, but these ones down here are all on bloom. Right, the whole line of these ones are on bloom. It's one variety. That says to me, next year, the year after, all of these apple trees will have food on them. Now that's proper sustainability. Do it once, it comes again and again and again. To Mike, to Lizzy, and the big guy upstairs who supports them quite heavily, I wish you all the luck. Now, within the next couple of months, they're going to open a farm shop here. As soon as the vegetables, what they're starting to grow, get into production, they're going to start a farm shop. I hope everybody supports that as much as they have done the one which I've launched, which has just been phenomenal. There's lots of little farm shops popping up. Support them. Do it as one of your 5 a day. Remember, strive for 5. 5 things every day that take you and the system further apart. 1. Shop differently. Shop at a farm shop like Mike's going to put here. Buy the CSA, buy into the CSA and buy the food on a box scheme like they're going to do here. Pay cash. Cash is king. Make a difference, boys and girls. You are amazing, remember that. Despite what everybody Empower wants to tell you, you've got this. Mark, the bowler hat farmer.